Hello and welcome to a draft video on MTG Arena. Today I'm going to be hopping into the latest format, the Guilds of Ravnica, and you can actually play drafts now, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So, what do we have to start? The interesting cards off the bat are Ritual of Soot. This is a sweeper. I don't know how much I'd enjoy playing with this card just because it seems kind of awkward. Like, people's curves naturally go up higher in limited, including yourself, so it seems reasonably difficult to leverage this like you would just a normal Wrath. Night Veil Sprite I think is excellent. This is one of the key enablers if you're going to be surveilling a lot. It's just very efficient and gives you card selection while also triggering all your Surveil Matters cards. Direct Current is a pretty premium removal spell. It's quite good, although it's a little hard to cast. You need to be very heavy red to make this good. Notion Rain is okay. It's good in the Surveil deck, and it's card advantage, which is great, but I think the Sprite is better. Then there are several other okay cards, like Perihelion Patrol is decent in Boros. It's a little hard to actually mentor things, because it's only a 2-power, but I think this Rampaging Monument's actually okay if you need a lot of gold cards, but I'm certainly not first picking it. I think I'm going to go with the Night Veil Sprite. I think Direct Current is probably even a more powerful card than this Sprite, but this card is easier to cast and just generally easier to play with. Second pick, this pack is much more exciting. We have Amara, who is a great card in Selesnya, just exactly what you want to do. Pretty good removal spell, an Inescapable Blaze, can either blow up something or just finish the game. 6 damage is a lot. Sky Knight Legionnaire is the key common to play Boros. If you're playing Boros, you want as many of these as possible. I'm going to go with the Murmuring Mystic. This is on color with my Sprite. It fits in the same type of strategy where I'm going to be casting a lot of spells. And this card is insanely powerful, especially when we're taking it this early. I can prioritize instants and sorceries to make this very good. This pack is much weaker. I think the most powerful card by a good bit is the Golgari Findbroker, but it's very hard to cast, and I'm nowhere near that now. I think I'm going to go with Sinister Sabotage. I think this card is just okay, but it fits both into a Surveil deck and a Murmuring Mystic deck. The rest of this pack is pretty ugly. I'm not into that. Okay, so now I need to start making some decisions. Severed Strands and Plaguecrafter are the same sort of card, really. They need to be in really a Golgari deck where you want to be sacrificing your own creatures. I don't think that's where I want to be. I could take Dazzling Lights as another Surveil card, but instead I'm going to take the Surveil Payoff. This is why you want a deck with a million Surveil cards in it, so that you can have your 1-drop be a 5/5 and just kill people. Beyond that, Rock Charger's okay. Eventually I might want to Dimir Locket, but I think Thoughtbound Phantasm is the best card here for me by a lot. This pack... I don't think this is very good, and I'm not in red yet. District Guide, probably the best card here. If I were a different color, I might take this just because it's the best card by a pretty significant amount, but Simic is not supported, and so in all likelihood I'd be like Dimir Splash Green, and so picking up a good card that's good for fixing as your splash is not great. I don't mind playing like one Unexplained Disappearance, and it fits with what I'm doing so far, so I'm just gonna stay open. This pack is ugly. We're starting to run out of good cards, but I haven't been indicated what color I am next, so like, I don't really want to play this card. I think it's pretty bad. Guess take Severed Strands in case I move into this sort of deck. Again, I think the best card here is probably this green one, but I'm not going to get any good gold cards if I play blue-green, so I really don't want to do that. I think it's between Severed Strands and Dimir Locket, and I'm not really a Locket type of deck, so take this. Wouldn't be surprised if I don't play it. This pack, I think now I'm going to go with Goblin Electromancer. None of the cards here are incredible, but this is in an actual archetype. if I start picking up red spells. That would go well with what I'm doing so far. Could also take Is It Guildgate for the same reason, but I'm gonna take the Electromancer. Okay, this pack is better for me. We're getting back to stuff I actually want to play. Again, Is It Guildgate is okay. I can play Piston Fist Cyclops as a mono blue card, so that's kind of cool. I think I might do that. The other option is Whisper Agent, since I'm reasonably likely to be blue-black, and it fits into that theme. And it can also be a mono blue card, but I really want to play with my my Murmuring Mystic, and so I think I will have a spells theme. This card's really good if you got a lot of instants and sorceries. This pack is bad. Take a Boros Guildgate in case I do some weird splash. Okay, another Piston Fist Cyclops. I don't think... I maybe want one Devious Cover-Up, but I think this card is better. That's what I'm doing. None of these cards are exciting. I don't think I'll play this card. No, the Dazzling Lights is better. Okay, and there I got my one Devious Cover-Up. Hopefully not messing around with any more of those. Okay, this first pack was not incredible, but not terrible either. So here, we have a lot of exciting cards for what we're doing. Probably not going to be playing Justice Strike. I could splash it off of this Boros Guildgate and any more fixing I get, but I don't think it's good enough to be worth that. Assassin's Trophy is good, but I think we're likely to be blue-red here. Whispering Snitch, again, there's no reason for me not to be blue-black, really. Like, I guess I could cut Electromancer and be like a blue-black spells surveil deck. But I think I'll be going for one of the more generically good blue cards in either Watcher of the Mist or Capture Sphere. I think I want some removal. I think we're going to be okay on threats. I definitely would like to get a Watcher at some point, but this is the type of card I need to get. Okay, so we've got Runaway Steamkin. This card is really good, but we're super heavy blue, so I don't think that we're going to be doing that. I'm going to take Command the Storm. Starting to actually move into red here, which I think is fine because this is a really good red card and fits in what we want to do. This is only really good for targeting our own creatures. We're not really doing that. At some point I would like to get a Disdainful Stroke or something like that, but I'm going to take the Watcher. Get my big flyer locked down. The red is not really flowing here. Instead, we have very attractive Dimir cards. Alright, so I'm being a little wishy-washy here. I'm taking cards from multiple archetypes, but it's not that big of a loss. It's not like there were good red cards there that I took this over. But if I do move into black, if I like open a Doom Whisperer or something, I'll be really glad to have this. Here, I'll just take another Night Veil Sprite. Again, fits what I wanted to be doing. Pack. I guess I'll take a second Command the Storm. Now we've got a solid amount of removal, and again, that plays well with what we want to do. Muse Drake. This is just a very solid card. It cantrips, so no matter what happens, you're basically up a card. Just generally what I want to be doing. There was the Darkblade Agent there, and I could see playing that if I wanted to move into like blue-black Surveil, but I think I'm pretty likely to be blue-red unless I have a really good reason to start playing black. Don't mind playing like one Sure Strike, probably not more than that. I don't really like anything in this pack. Don't want a second Devious Cover-Up. Again, probably not going to play this card, but there's not really anything better here. Okay, we've got a pretty good deck so far. I might actually even be a Locket deck now, and that's an on-color Locket, so we'll see. Like, having a fair amount of 5s makes the Locket more attractive. Okay, what's in this pack? Fresh-Faced Recruit is okay. It's not amazing. We get another Cyclops. I think I'm going to take the Guild Mage just as a weird Azure Mage, and maybe sometimes I do just copy something and get a lot of value. I think that's fine. Ooh, Lava Coil. This is great. This is a premium removal spell. One of the best uncommons I could get here. Ugh. I don't think that's where I want to be. Again, here we've got bad blue and red cards. I guess I could start taking Dimir Guildgates. I don't think I'm going to be playing any of that. Again, not loving this pack. Could take another Electromancer. I think I'm just going to start making my mana good. I like being able to cast my spells. Ooh, now that's a reason to splash, because even if you don't have a black source, you can still just always Discovery, which is great. And if you do have a black source, Dispersal can be quite good. Oh, cool. Another giant flyer to end the game with. Again, could take Darkblade Agent, but I'm practically mono blue, so I think this is better. Okay, go ahead and take that now. I don't think I'm going to be taking black, or playing black. I think this card is a trap. It doesn't actually do very much. Whole bunch of lockets that I'm not playing. Again, like, all my creatures are evasive anyway, so Pass Wall Adept doesn't really do anything. Don't want more Vicious Cover-Ups, and none of these cards are great. This one's not the worst in the world, but, like, I'm just nowhere near that. I'm just completely blue-red at this point. Sure. Okay, so we kind of barely scraped by here. We got just enough... Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. It's like, why do we have white in our deck? Going to go ahead and cut the swamp because we have a Guildgate. And we don't technically have any cards that we need black for, but as I said, like, the one Guildgate is reasonably free to sometimes Dispersal. I'm not going to play any more than that, though, because I want to keep our mana good. Let's see. Red is like kind of a splash. Is 5 red sources enough? Well, I think 13 blue might be too many, so we'll go ahead and go with 6 red and 12 blue, which should be enough. We don't even have that much double blue. Like, we've got the Sinister Sabotage, and then Watcher and Devious higher up the curve. Fist and Fist, any 3 lands in our deck cast this, so despite having a lot of mana symbols, it's very easy. Okay, I think I like the look of this deck. As I said, we just barely scraped by on having enough playables. Like, we were really close to not having enough, but instead I like almost every card in here. So, yeah, that went okay, and I'll be back for the games. Alright, getting into the first game here. I'm not super in love with my deck, but I think I drafted reasonably well, and... Why is there a Maniacal Rage in my deck? Did I accidentally put this in? Ugh, that's kind of embarrassing. I did not expect this to be in my deck. I don't think this hand is good enough. This hand just doesn't do anything. Like, not until turn 4. Oh, this hand is just actually worse. At least the mana's better. Oh, boy. Oh, this might be a quick one. Okay, we have something to do on 3. Maybe opponent won't do anything until their turn 4. Well, we're on the way. Maybe they'll just play like a 3-mana 2/2 and I can get my Cyclops down. Well, that is so much worse. Oh my god. I think I have to go ahead and Izzet lock it so that I can command the storm on this thing next turn. Like, if this hits more than a couple times, the game is probably over. If this hits once, they're already really ahead. If anyone's been watching the channel for any length of time, you know that I love Gonti, Lord of Luxury, and this basically Gontis every time it hits you. Oh god, what did they... They hit something to not even want Izzet Guildmage, jeez. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that is very likely to be able to kill me before too long. Yeah, they don't have double blue up, so it's only like Disdainful Stroke that can stop this. I think I just need to get this thing off the table. The one thing I'm not certain about with Piston Fist Cyclops... Oh my. We are going to be dying quickly. Our deck doesn't have a ton of spells that we want to cast on our turn, and so a lot of times this is going to be a defender, but it's good enough on defense and will crush people in so few attacks on offense that I don't think it's that bad. I could be very wrong there. I've basically only played a lot of sealed in this format. I haven't drafted much, so not 100% confident on a lot of my opinions. Okay. Well, I was going to Night Veil Sprite and leave up Sinister Sabotage, but I guess I'll just play my really big flyer. It wins on this board, so. I'm going to bin Dazzling Lights. I don't really want that at this moment, but I think I do want Discovery. Do I? No, I think this is pretty safe. It is one of the cards that will let my Piston Fist Cyclops attack, so that's cool. We're under a little bit of duress here. Yep. Thing is all shrunk, so we're going to take a bunch of damage. That sucks. I don't think I want to chump. Oh boy, that's actually really irritating. Well, this opponent's hand is largely empty. I'm just going to play out the cards in my hand here. I'm not going to attack. I'm going to look to... Obviously, I blocked the Pilfering Imp. I could also just trade this with the Hired Poisoner, which is not incredible, but gets me a 2-for-1, so not the worst watcher ever. I'll be kind of annoyed if they activate the Pilfering Imp here, just because it's going to be kind of hard to close this game without the Sphinx, but... Yeah, and we're under a decent amount of pressure, but this isn't awful. If they attacked with everyone, I also might just double block on the Crab. Since it can't kill my Cyclops, it'll just get rid of the Watcher, take a little bit of damage. Not sure. We're starting to get pretty low. 10 is not that many. But we shall see. Opponent has not scryed any lands away, but I believe they did miss their last land drop, so... Well, that card's bad news. Okay, they didn't do anything. That's kind of cool. Well, we kind of just gotta play this Guildgate tapped. And I guess we're discoverying. Bottom. 1/2 flyers are really good against this Murmuring Mystic. This might actually be good enough. Sure, I'll keep it on top. I'm just going to pass here, again, leaving up Sinister Sabotage, stop them from doing anything too nasty. I'm gonna attack with this. Sure, I'll go ahead and do that. Don't think I want that. They don't have any individually awesome creatures. It's just the critical mass here. Yeah, okay, this is only sorcery speed. This is really scary. I'm glad I have a couple Night Veil Sprites, because they can fend off the birds. Maybe I'm even supposed to keep Capture Sphere just for this Thoughtbound Phantasm. Really, though, I would just like an opponent to not do this for another turn, so we can land our giant flyer and start closing the game that way. Also, it's possible this Night Veil Sprite attack was too greedy. Like, I don't have incredible blocks here. My opponent doesn't have great attacks, but yeah, I figured. Okay. Sure, take my Sphinx. Oh, but the other thing I was going to say is maybe I wasn't supposed to Discovery last turn, because leaving it up would have let me leave up Sinister Sabotage, and if my opponent did nothing, I could crack this Locket. I didn't super want to do that, though, because I need the Locket to have 6 for the Sphinx. And I felt like that was kind of important. Okay, just attacking with these, I'm going to do what I talked about earlier. I can afford to take 3 more to get rid of this Crab. My opponent tries to pull anything, they know I have a counterspell, so... Okay, they did not do anything. Does that... Yeah, I can do all 3 of these, right? Yeah. Perfect. Is an excellent card here. If my opponent attacks again, I might just look to trade the Cyclops with the Whisper Agent. I don't think I can deal with that. I think I have to counter it. Losing a little bit of value here just because I already know I have a card I like on top. But that's fine. My opponent took this Thoughtbound Phantasm, and it really hasn't paid off for them. They've only shown one Surveil card. They really probably should have taken the League Guild Mage, even if they can't activate the red half. Just being able to draw cards would be excellent. So I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to attack with my sprites first, so I can get my Surveils, and then have Muse Drake later. I'm not going to be able to cast that, so I think I want to get rid of it. Let's look for something better to do. Definitely don't want to land. Just gradually accumulating mediocre flyers here. Okay, that's not a bad card at all. Okay. We are probably attacking into that and hoping to sure strike it down. Okay, this will make this card a 4/4, which is still not enough to attack, but is enough to be scary. Note that Sure Strike only costs R, so I could even, like, crack my Locket and still have it up. That's neat. I'm thinking about attacking here. They really should have attacked first if they were going to do it this way. Because they still can't attack with the Thoughtbound Phantasm, but I would have been a lot more afraid of blocking if I didn't have something. So, the question is here, do I trade my Cyclops? Do I eat it with Sure Strike? Or do I block here and trade these? Or trade one of these two? Cyclops is just so medium on a board with Poisoner. I'm gonna go ahead and trade that off. Like I said, I think I am likely to... Ooh. Well, that's a powerful card to have here. I think... Okay. So what we're gonna do... Do I have to leave something back? Opponent's attacks are, like, pretty mediocre aside from the Watcher, but I think I want to be able to block and Sure Strike. So I'll just go with these. That's actually not that bad. I'm gonna leave it on top because it's good with my flyers. After this game, may edit my deck to make sure that that's not in there anymore. Go to damage. Oh, I hadn't thought about it, but if my opponent surveils again, I can just bounce the Thoughtbound Phantasm with Unexplained Disappearance, and then I get to replay it, and I'll have it online again really fast. Maybe I was even supposed to do that now. Just, like, Unexplained, replay it, attack, get it up to a 4, be attacking with it again very soon. I don't know, that's interesting. Let's see what they do. At the same time, I didn't think I wanted to do that because if my opponent didn't block, I wanted to be able to block, Sure Strike, and have Unexplained Disappearance in case they had a trick as well. Opponent thinking over their options. This has been a really good game, in no small part because each player drew 5 lands, which means they're casting their spells, but no one's flooded, so we've just had stuff going on the whole time. They just haven't cast a single spell with this Murmuring Mystic. Their deck is not as built around it as mine is. I have a lot of instants and sorceries. Okay. Well, there's a spell. I think I'm going to let that happen. Again, I think I'd rather Unexplained Disappearance the Phantasm, so I get it back. Picking up the Drake would be fine, though, just because then I have, then I get to replay it and draw another card. Here... I think I'm gonna go ahead and crack this Locket. I don't think I'm going to need all of my mana. Okay, and I drew the 6th land anyway. Okay. So, here, we're going to go ahead, bounce the Thoughtbound Phantasm. And put that in the graveyard. Running a little low on cards in the library. Need to be careful about what we're getting rid of. Here, if my opponent has a kill spell, I'm going to feel dumb, but they haven't been playing like they had one so far, so if I get 2 for 1 to whatever. How defensive do I need to play with my life total? Not very, I don't think. This is a 7-turn clock on me, whereas even just these is a 4-turn clock on my opponent. The thing is, though, I'm going to need another turn of attacking with both, even to get this up to 5 counters. Like, I'm not attacking with it next turn unless I hit a Surveil card, which isn't super likely. So I'll play a little more defensively here. Possibly feel dumb, depending on what I see on top. Again, I'm running a little low on cards in the library, so I need to be careful, but not careful enough to just draw a blank for no reason. That's not worth it. So, yep. Okay. Disparagent is fine. Probably look to trade off my Goblin Electromancer if they attack with it. This point in the game, we have... Oh, that is very bad news. I really don't like this card. It just blows open board stalls. Yup. Just brutally punished for playing anything like a slow game. Luckily, though, we kind of drew out of it. I guess there's not really a reason to do that now, but whatever. So... I'm a little in danger here because this opens me up to taking 1 from the bird, but like I said, it'll let the Thoughtbound Phantasm attack next turn. Is that good enough? I guess. Problem is that I have to Lava Coil this turn, which sucks, but... Whatever, I'll play my 1/5 and attack with these and mostly be fine. Hey, this game is precarious. No doubt about that. But, like, on board, we are winning. And I think winning by a decent amount. They need something good in hand here. Interesting that if they had taken the Izzet Mage, like I said, and I had bounced it and replayed it, if I had gotten to copy Lava Coil there, that would have probably just been the game. So maybe in the very long run it worked out better for them to have played the Phantasm. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that sucks. Opponent's still in kind of an awkward spot. Okay, blocking here. They probably... I don't know what 1 mana card they could have, but... whatever. So if I attack with with both of these, then I have them dead on board if they attack out, but they just won't do that. So I'm going to play a little more carefully. And bend the land. Keep putting counters on here. 6 cards in the library. I don't think the game's coming down to that with us at 2. Okay, they have a land. Their attacks are not good here. Don't accomplish anything. Unless they have a trick, but whatever. Okay. Again, gonna play a little conservatively, just getting in with the Sprite. Again, betting a land. I believe this puts us down to 4 cards in library. Yeah, which is plenty. I'm gonna play the Cyclops. I guess there are ways I could get punished, like if my opponent had a counter and they make the second bird there, I'm in a little bit of trouble, but If I draw my other... I believe I still have the 5 mana removal spell. Yeah, I drafted 2 of those. So if I draw that, it's a pretty easy win. Since it'll both clear their blocker and let me attack with the Cyclops and have a blocker so I don't need to leave anything back. Let's see, 1 plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Huh, I must have miscounted. That was, yeah, just an unexplained disappearance. Huh. Why? That decision doesn't really make sense. I guess it puts me... yeah, I drew a blank, so now I'm dead. Because even if I attack, they block here, chump there. No, then I still have a blocker. So again, they need another card. Puts me down to 2. So... again, they need a removal spell. We drew pretty well early, and I talked about how we were both on 5 lands, but I have scryed 3 lands away in a row. Damn. Okay. Wow, this video is gonna go long. I might not show all the matches, because that was kind of agonizing. Huh. Do I actually want this Maniacal Rage? It doesn't seem that hard for me to suit up an evasive creature and just murder someone. It might not be that bad. This card's kind of funny, but decking myself is one of my issues anyway. Would I rather have an enchantment for my pretty mediocre flyers or a really filler creature? I'm gonna stick with my current build. I didn't intend to have a Maniacal Rage in my deck, but I think it's my best bet. Yeah, if all the games are gonna go that long, we might be just showing 3 or 4 matches here. His hand looks sweet. Not gonna play the Phantasm early unless they like play an aggressive 1-drop, because I would rather just start casting my spells. Okay, this is gonna be kind of annoying, but that's fine. I don't think it's worth it to Lava Coil this. I think I'm gonna be greedy and try to wait until like turn 5, so I can have this and this down and then double Lava Coil my opponent, because I think that'll shut the door on its own. They didn't show any counters, so... They showed some removal though, so the creatures might just die, but whatever, that happens. This card's a little irritating, and it's sort of generating value, but it's not that big of a deal. I don't need to freak out and destroy it early. The one thing that would change my mind, though, is if they play their Thief of Sanity again. That card's gross. I'm not letting that hit me. Feeling okay about this game. We need to draw some more spells to really take advantage of anything, but have very good cards. Okay. On a Notion Raining, just going up on cards, that's fine. Okay. Not blocking anything. My opponent doesn't have haste, and they don't have a ground creature anyway, so I don't need to leave up Sure Strike. If we can get our Mystic down early, like our Mystic was in like the bottom 6 cards last game. If we can get this down early and they can't answer it, it'll just generate a ton of value. We have plenty of spells to make lots of birds. And I don't think any of the removal our opponent showed can deal with it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pitch the Sure Strike here. I think it's the least important card in our hand. It's pretty annoying, though. Okay, they were more scared of the Phantasm. I don't know if they should have been. This card isn't doing anything yet, but it certainly will later. Yeah, sure. Again, I'll just attack. Okay. See what my opponent has here, but if we untap, I will be feeling very good, because like I said, I guess I'll have to like enter full control mode for this, but Lava Coil, kill 2 things, make a bird is a fantastic turn, and it'll be kind of difficult to come back from that. Hopefully they just played like some 5-mana 4/4 or something. Even a Watcher in the Mist would be great here. Okay, that's irritating. Doesn't put them up a card, though. And like I said, we're still really winning in life, so... meh. Again, this card is a little irritating, doesn't really do anything. This is great with the Murmuring Mystic. I could also double Discovery to draw cards, but that's not playing to the board. I think that's too bad. I'm just gonna replay this Mystic. We're at 17, we got plenty of life to work with. Oh, what am I talking about? I'm sitting here talking about guild maging my Lava Coil. I don't even have double red. I need to draw one of my other red sources to even be able to do that. Oh my. Still, double Discovery is a pretty good turn. Huh. Let me go ahead and block here. I don't know if there's any good black tricks. They showed me an Artful Takedown, though, which will shrink the Mystic enough to die to the rat. So I'm gonna block here. I don't want to lose my Mystic. I would prefer to keep my Guild Mage too, but I think this card will win the game by itself, even if I just like Discovery Lava Coil next turn and run away with things. Opponent thinking. Okay. I'm reasonably certain they have an Artful Takedown. That just seems like the only way that their play makes sense at all. Okay, I didn't draw a red source. That's a little sad. Gonna go ahead and go into full control mode here, which is normally just a pain in the butt, but I think I want to Discovery and then copy it. Okay, resolve that spell. Then... I don't want an Izzet Locket, and I don't think I want a Cyclops. I think I've got plenty of threats, so I need to dig for spells. I say that, and then we draw the really good threat, so I'll actually keep that one. And I'll go ahead and attack with my 1/5. I wasn't blocking with it anyway. They've got the 3/1 here. Next turn, if we draw a land, we can just Watcher Night Veil Sprite. Forget about all other plans. Just play Giant Flyers. Yeah, like this Sprite, I'm gonna let it hit me here. So it's dealt 6 damage, and it's surveilled 6 times. So that's a good investment, but it doesn't close the game on its own. Dang it, would have really liked a red source there. We didn't draw the land, so... I think I am going to Lava Coil this, though. I can't risk getting hit by it. It's just too bad if it happens. So... not getting to copy the Lava Coil, that's a little sad, but... I could have also commanded the Storm, but I'd rather save this for something really big. Should I play the Sprite? I suppose I will, since it can bounce with theirs. The other thing I was considering was leaving Guild Mage up and just drawing a card. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this game. I'm not sure that I've navigated everything perfectly. We had some awkward turns. Really would have liked a second red a long time ago. But alas. Next turn, if we don't draw anything good, I'm just going to slam my Giant Flyer. Yeah, that doesn't count. Do I attack with my Sprite? Nah, I'm not gonna bother. I think again we'll just pass here. If my opponent had done basically anything else, I think I would have just passed too, because I could leave up the Guild Mage and then also leave up Cover Up. Leaving up a counterspell is great, since we have the Mystic in play, it actually generates value. We trade 1 for 1. But because they had this Pilfering Imp, if they actually wanted to be free of, like this, Electromancer's actually great with what we got going on here. But yeah, if they just activate the Imp, they can take the Devious Cover Up if they want to resolve anything. Okay, this catches them up on cards. Still think we're in really good shape, though. They are probably going to hit me with a Night Veil Sprite, and that is just fine. Okay, also Pilfering. I can afford to lose any of these, doesn't really matter. Yep, I kind of figured, just because that trumped their board. Here, I'm just going to play Goblin Electromancer and pass. This way, I'm leaving up Devious Cover-Up and Guild Mage, so again, I can just let the game go long. I have multiple engines where my opponent doesn't have one, and my board is just better, and I have a great hand, so, like, there's just no reason to do anything. Pass Walled Up. That card's really irritating. I'm just not going to let that happen. Do I want to put anything back in my deck? I think I do. I'm going to put in my good removal spell and my 2 giant flyers. Just increase my average card quality. Also make sure I don't deck out quite as fast. Yeah, and opponent packs it in. Cool! This is like the grindiest Izzet deck ever. We're not a tempo deck at all, but it's really fun. Alright, getting into match 2. These comp leagues are interesting because they are possibly up to, I guess, 8 matches. This hand has no lands in it, which is definitely not enough. Hand is much better. Do I want that? I guess. But yeah, so up to 8 matches, theoretically. But these are best of 3s, like traditional draft matches, so that's just way too much. Like, I think I will probably play 3 and be done, because that last match was half an hour, and that is too long if I'm going to record 8 matches. Just too much for a video. But this deck is sweet, and you'll get to see plenty of it on display, so that's fine. Huh. I think I'm actually going to get really aggressive here. Going to Unexplained Disappearance. Cool. Wanted to make sure I was going to start hitting my land drops. Go ahead and crack in for 4. I really wanted to surveil to make sure that I didn't miss another land drop. I think I need to cast my 4s and 5s to win this game. Okay, circuitous route. Okay, they have a million mana, that's fine. Instead of getting aggressive, I'm just going to pass. I really wish I had my 3 mana counters, or no, that doesn't even work out. Because I would like to just smack them for 7, but I don't think that's how we win this game. I think I win by countering something and then playing my big flyer. Opponent has a lot of mana. They could do something very scary here. Or they could do nothing. Huh. Wonder if they have, like, the March of the Multitudes. They're just gonna make a bunch of tokens. Yuck. Well, okay. I'm gonna shields down here for a second. Really need to find lands for my 5-drops. I'm gonna go ahead. Do I want that next turn? Nah, I got too much stuff to do. Oh, that was dumb. What I should have done, since I'm not leaving anything up here anyway, is, I guess, Sure Strike, that doesn't matter. I should have had this on top, drawn it, played it for a turn, then next turn drew my 5th land to play my 5-drops. Yeah, that was a pretty bad mistake. Just basically down a Night Veil Sprite for no reason. Okay, see what they do here. I will definitely Sure Strike down these tokens. Wish my Cyclops had trample, but whatever. Opponent again has a bajillion mana. Let's see if they do anything powerful with it. Okay, that definitely counts. Do I just main phase kill this thing? Kinda want to. Just keep hitting them. Watcher's just super irrelevant when there's a 4/5 flyer on board, so I think it's better to just kill that and keep pressuring their life total. I'm probably not going to win the game with this Cyclops, but I probably am going to use it to get them somewhat low, and then I can finish the game with my big flyers. Okay. That's fine. Ledev champion. Okay, weird. They can, like, sort of exalt it. Could theoretically be scary. Oh, I think I like... this is cool because it lets Cyclops attack. I think I'm actually going to keep both of these. Wonder if I don't have enough red in my deck. Like, again, it doesn't matter here. I only mostly need single red, but it does make my Guildmage a lot worse. Like, if I had the Guildmage here, I'd definitely want a double Lava Coil. Okay, this card's really good. It's just 4 mana for a 2/1 that draws you a good card most of the time. Quite powerful. Okay, that is a big scary card. Unfortunately, it costs 6, so they can play it here. Not going to get to Devious Cover-Up on it. Luckily, the Cyclops does threaten to trade with it, or I can just Lava Coil. Oh. They play this turn. Oh, they're not playing it this turn. Oh, that's... it might not end well for them. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take this. I think they're probably going to play the Rocks Charger. Yeah, because they're going to try to get the attack trigger on this next turn. Alright, so... definitely doing this and holding this up. Question is how I do all that. I'm probably going to Lava Coil this, attack with both? They're threatening to hit me for 7 back, but I'm attacking them for 7, and I'm, like, ahead on the race. They can, of course, block, but that slows down their clock, too. I think I am going to do it. I think their board is too wide, and I'm going to have trouble controlling the game if things go long. Because, like, if I don't attack... let's see, if they attack with Rocks Charger and this, and they give it +2/+2, then I can block the Charger, take 4, and then I would have good attacks back. I just really don't want this to let the game go long. Like, even when I counter their creature, they can just start making tokens every turn. I really want to start pressuring the game. I'll split the difference. If they try to cast the worm, I counter it, and then they do what I said and attack me for 4, then... or 5 with the Rocks Charger, then I'm threatening a lot of damage back. And they kind of have to do Rock Charger plus pump this Ledev champion, otherwise Piston Fist can just eat any of these attackers, which is not good for them. Huh. If I Devious Cover-Up, do I shuffle things back? I don't think so, because I think I do want to be guaranteed Dazzling Lights. It's both a spell that'll let me attack with the Cyclops and also Surveil 2, so I'm likely to hit another good spell. This game is really close. Yeah, these are even, like, good cards. Like, I would love to shovel, like, these 3 back in. But... I think that was my best bet. If they don't have a land here. Oh, that's even worse. Honestly, oh man. Alright, we gotta slow this game down. Not going to be able to close very quickly. Which, I mean, thankfully neither are they. They could hit me for 6 here, put me to 10, but then things are okay. I really just have to draw this lights and pass, which kind of sucks, but... Okay, they were scared of the Cyclops. Which is kind of cool. I don't think I attack with this. No, I'm not pressuring the game fast enough. I think I need to draw like an engine card or something and catch back up. I can't race anymore, and their board is like kind of perilous. Like, my creatures are individually better, but they can do tricky stuff, and they've got an engine and stuff like that. Game's real close, but I think we're losing by a little bit at the moment. Oh, that's really gross, because they can put this on the rock charger. Oh, that's not where I would have put that. Maybe they'll just attack and pump this into Oblivion. Just tap everything. That will not end well for them if that's what they do. I'll say that. I suppose it could work if they activate Leda first. Yeah. So if they attack with this as an 8/8, we're in trouble. Or they actually have 6 creatures to attack. Wow, this board is really complicated. Okay. See what they do. One reason I like Surveil a lot more than Explore is my opponent doesn't know when I'm keeping stuff on top. They don't know what I have. That was always one kind of lame thing about Explore, is I have to reveal the card first. And so... Okay, yeah, there's no way for me to stop this. If they tapped 1 less, which that just means that they're playing smart. I think I just have to take 8. Look for a better place with the Dazzling Lights next turn. Because, like, if I block, they get to kill one of my creatures, and then I'm just so far behind. I guess I could have Dazzling Lights to gain 3 to Surveil to set up a better draw. Ugh. Yeah. I think opponent's long game was just better than ours here. And it's possible that I screwed that up. Maybe I needed to be less aggressive early. Use my resources differently. Like that turn I killed the 4/4. Okay, that's just super game over, right? Second Vigor Spore Worm, huh? Alright. Opponent has big mana plays locked down. Which I guess is why they were playing the Explosive Vegetation, right? This thing? Circuitous Route? Huh. Opponent attacking this way is a little weird. Might actually be able to live through this turn. Assuming they're going to jump their 4/4. Go ahead. Okay. So, we go to blocks. We block here, here, shrink this down. So let's see, I'm going to just go ahead, shrink this down to 1 so I can afford to take that. Those are definitely not good enough. Go to blocks. I'm just not doing the math up front. I'm going to see if I can live. There are just too many attackers. I can't live. Even if I block these, I'm taking 3, so we're dead. Okay. Close game. Yeah, they had the better top end. We didn't draw our engine cards, so That was a little rough. Let's see. Is there anything... Our sideboard is not good. That's the thing about hitting just enough playables. Like, I guess you can play this card. I could, like, Sonic Assault. That does work well against their Worm, actually. So, I'm gonna try that. Maybe go for, like, a burn game plan to some extent. I don't know. I feel like no matter how I'd played that game, I would have lost, but I still don't like how I played, which is impressive. Ugh, one more land in this hand would be awesome, but this hand is so much worse, but I think I need to keep it. Ugh. I think I gotta bottom that. Oh, man, that is not a great start. I would have loved that first hand with one more land. If I could get the sprite down, but just didn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, that's a good draw. We can counter something, attack him with the Watcher in the Mist a bunch, kill something else. We'll let that resolve. It doesn't attack into our Watcher. Gains 4 enough to protect us from it for a while. Great draw. Going shields down here for a second, but I want to get this out of my hand. Keep the cards flowing for a second. They could play something scary here, but whatever. The scariest thing would be the Selesnya quad-colored mana symbol card. Okay, that's irritating, but not really scary. It doesn't attack into my Muse Drake. Oh, and they whiffed. Oh, that's so bad for them. Again, I'm going to go shields down here for a second. I don't think their scary cards are the 5s. I think it was the 6s, and I really want to get Watcher down. In a land. Is this good enough? It might be. I've got a lot of Surveil cards, so if I start drawing them, including next turn I can just play this and leave up Sabotage. Not going to attack, I want to threaten to block both. Oh, but yeah, the white, green, 4/4 with Vigilance that turns into 2 knights when it dies. We have the best card possible against that, so. I was not particularly scared of their 4s. Their 5s aren't that much better. They could have the 5 mana 4/4 that gains life, but again, we'll just Lava Coil that. Probably gonna Lava Coil this too. Yeah, we definitely need this to not be on the table. Ugh. I wish I could have countered that. We're gonna just lose to this card. I guess this makes the soldiers even more efficiently than this does. So maybe we're supposed to save the Lava Coil, actually. I'd buy that. Oof. Man, this card is such a beating. Like, playing blue-red, if you don't counter it on the way down, it's basically just unbeatable. Hard Draw Engine and Infinite Threat Engine at the same time. Matches up really well against what we're doing. Alas. I think... Yeah, they'll get to draw a card off of this with Dawn of Hope, so it's in my best interest to just counter that. Okay, another counter spell. I considered looking for something with Surveil, but, to keep growing this, but I don't hate where we're at right now. Okay. I can Lava Coil and still leave up Devious Cover-Up, so maybe I'm supposed to Lava Coil this just to keep their board in check? Yeah, I don't hate that. Then... it speeds up the clock by a turn to keep attacking with this, but I really like keeping this as a blocker. Just keep applying pressure here. If they only have these soldiers as their sources of life gain to try and draw cards, that's going to be much too slow, so we can beat that. Would really like to draw like a Sprite here, start growing the Phantasm. Okay. They have a lot of mana, which means they can start double activating Dawn of Hope. That might not be too slow. Still, the soldiers don't attack well into what we're doing, so. I did let this resolve just because I would rather counter some real card, some actual payoff. Yeah, and I'll just attack with this. This game is on a knife edge. It could go very poorly for us with barely a moment's notice, but... This card's really cool. I hadn't run into it yet. This card is just excellent. I would hope to draft like 4 of them. Is that worth countering? Let's see, they have 1 in their graveyard, so they can give +1/+1, which is like not really that good. We can afford to like take 3 if they want to pump this guy and get in for some damage. Let's see what they do. Okay, resolves. Hell, we can take 5 if that's what they want to do. Do we... I don't think we storm this, because I think we're going to have to storm the worm. I think we just take 5. Say, yeah, sure. Okay, going to the end step. I'm just going to go ahead and burn this, because it's expensive, and we want to be able to leave our mana up for the counter. Okay, we are firmly flooded. We have as many lands as our opponent who did not, as our opponent who cast Explosive Vegetation, but alas, would really like the Izzet Guildmage here. That would be very good. League Guildmage, I guess it's called. Huh. Maybe I was supposed to counter that, just because it's an annoying blocker, but... Again, I feel like there's got to be something scarier. Like, I'm holding this for something real and powerful and worrying. Huh. And this lets them attack in with this guy if they want. That's irritating. Huh. Oh yeah, this is only a 2/2 to start. Again, take a bunch of damage. Okay, let's see. Each non-land permanent, so that would bounce this. That's terrible. So we are not dispersing. We are definitely going to Discovery. Ooh, that tapped us kind of strangely. Oh, well, that seems cool. Go to combat. Gonna attack with my Watcher. Possible I was supposed to attack with this too, but I don't think I want to telegraph exactly what I'm doing. How do I set a stop? I guess I just go into full control mode. I don't know how to set a stop on my opponent's beginning of combat. Well, that is bad for me. I guess I'm taking damage for another turn, but I can't let that resolve. Let's see. Lava Coil, Discovery, and Command the Storm are probably above average draws that I'm okay with shuffling in. But yeah, I can't let my Watcher die. If this is gone, I just don't see how I win the game. Yep, go ahead and shuffle those in. Probably going to take a lot of damage here, but whatever. It's unfortunate that this is like when it attacks, not at the beginning of combat. So I basically... Yeah, the block here is free, right? So this dies to that pack thing. So does this, though. It trades if they have the strength of the pack or whatever it's called, but that's fine. They're just attacking because they want to draw a card off the Dawn of Hope. So either way they were going to gain the life, I might as well just eat their soldier. Okay. I think the strategy here... Go to combat. Attack with these. One's going to block here, that's fine. Damage, put them to 7. And I think I'm about to steal this game with double Sonic Assault. I'm just going to set a stop in their main phase, whatever. They're going to do what they're going to do. I really wish it were clearer how I could, like, just click to add a stop to beginning of combat, because that's specifically when I want to do it. Resolves. Still have my stop here. Perfect. They are tapping low, which indicates to me that they are not going to be able to stop what I'm attempting to do. So let's go ahead and do this now. And we've got them dead in the air. They need something really good. A 3-mana flyer, like another rock charger, would save them. Maybe I was supposed to tap the rock charger, but not... Or maybe I was supposed to just, like, pass. Go and do this on their end step, because they can't kill me, and they weren't attacking with any lifelink creatures. So, yeah, I think I messed that up. I should have just gone to 4 or whatever, and guaranteed that my Watcher was going to connect. Now, if they play a rock charger, we're probably going to lose. Okay. Did not get punished for it, but that is something to think about. Huh. Wonder if I'm supposed to be main decking this card. Like I said, we're not really a tempo deck. It's really good with the Cyclops, too. Yeah, I think if we go into another one, I'm gonna try just playing this card in the main deck. It might be better than I thought. By the way, here we go into Game 3. Chance to be up 2-0 in this league. This is the reason why you don't play it. God, we might keep this anyway. Like, it's got our colors, it has relevant spells, and it has a spell that might be good if we draw anything, so. Mostly just mulliganing in limited is super bad, and I don't want to do it. Oh, and everything's just perfect. This, at least 2 other creatures attack, get a token. Okay. Well, that is not going to attack very well starting next turn. Okay, and they don't have anything, which is great for me. No, cannot play the Locket. Go ahead and get our Sprite down. Opponent has some sort of instant. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, okay. They just want to be able to attack into our thing? Alright. Wow, and they're missing land drops. Okay. I think we can afford to take a few more hits here. I'm just gonna go ahead and get in. I could leave it back, but that... Sure, I'll take another Sprite. That seems fine. But I want to set up, and I'm not, like, leaving anything up if I just play the Locket. Okay. Get in, surveil. Don't need that land. I really like playing with this card. Just chip damage and card selection is my jam. And this way, I'm not telegraphing anything, because it just looks like I played this card. And if they attack in, I will attempt to block and Sure Strike. I lose to another Assure, but beat basically anything else. I guess Strength of the Pack again would blow me out, but they don't have any green. Oh, did I just Sure Strike their guy? Holy crap. Wow, that's... Damn. That was awful. Ooh. Well, it would be the mark of being a true magician if I can win anyway, even after screwing that up. Sure, I'm in for just infinite removal. Oh, that was really gross. Now, do I burn one of my really good spells? I'm gonna go ahead... No, I'll wait until their turn and see what they do, but I'm probably just going to Command the Storm this guy, use the really inefficient one. Yeah, that's the worst kind of misclick, because I didn't even notice until my Sprite died, but, ooh, that was gross. Yeah, so, opponent, very mana screwed. This isn't a super real game, but we kind of attempted to throw it back to them, so. Also, we're flooding really badly. We've scryed out multiple lands, and we've still seen 6 mana sources. Gross. I don't think I crack this now. The only card that I would want to play is the Phantasm. I'd rather just leave up mana, at least look like I'm trying to do something. Okay, opponent hit their mana, so we're playing a real game, and screw beats flood, traditionally. Like, they have a lot of cards in hand. Ours are good, though. Okay. I'm going to play one more land. Oh, then we found it eventually anyway. I think I need to get this out of the way. Probably just going to command the storm on it. Again, this is the really efficient one, and Capture Sphere hits absolutely everything, so... Glad we found this. This can run away with the game with our sprite growing it. Oh, but yeah, any future lands I draw, I am going to hold to throw away to Sonic Assault. I wanted to have 6, though, in case we played our Sphinx, the 6-mana one. Okay. It's going to make it a little harder to tempo them out of this game. Like I said, I'll hold on to that. Great. Perfect. Everything I ever wanted. I don't think I burn a removal spell on this. It's just bricked by our Thoughtbound Phantasm, and next turn it's bricked by the Watcher, so... Huh. Sure. Resolves. Do I burn a Sonic Assault now? I don't super hate that. So go ahead and watch your pre-combat. That'll let the Thoughtbound Phantasm attack, and then we're just straight up racing. These both seem great, especially together. Cool. Again, keeping the Cyclops on top. On chumping, which is good for them, because this is a very large creature, and it's just going to keep getting bigger. Yeah, okay. So, opponent was mana screwed. They didn't cast that many spells, but they did cast some spells, and we screwed up really bad. So, overall, pretty good showing from the deck. Alright, getting into match 3. I think this is the last one that we will be recording. The games have just been so long. Man, how many one-landers are we going to see? This sucks. Yeah, the 6 is okay, though. But yeah, the games are just too long to do much more than that. Sure, I'm in for a removal spell. I did make the change. I swapped out the aura that gives 2/2 for the Sonic Assault, so we'll see if that comes up. Opponent also playing blue, also playing Izzet. Okay. This is a really weird Izzet deck. Like, we don't have any of the normal good Izzet cards. Like, I don't have, like, any Chemister's Insight or anything like that, but we've got good removal, good evasive threats, and some amount of card advantage. That's kind of scary. I might get punched by that a few times. I don't think it's worth a Capture Sphere. I'd rather spend that on something actually scary, like one of the big flyers. I'm just not gonna let that happen. I almost, submit. No cards in the graveyard. Target. I almost just let it resolve and said, oh no, our removal doesn't work. But no, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that that doesn't happen. Watch Sphinx. Basically, the only really bad thing here that can happen here is like a Lava Coil or a Capture Sphere. Even if this dies, we Surveil, growing this and letting us get some card selection. Oh, please don't Lava Coil. They're gonna kill my Phantasm? Okay. I'm not gonna block here. If my life total starts getting pressured, I can blow the Capture Sphere. My threat is much better than theirs. That's kind of funny. I think I'm going to hold the Capture Sphere and just do this. If they want to burn a spell to get the Cyclops going, I'll just tap it. Like, just make them bend over backwards to fulfill a condition, and then just shut it down. They might have an unexplained disappearance here. Maybe they're going to try to bounce my Sphinx. Can't see why else. Okay. Giving them priority for some reason. Maybe they want to bounce it on my end step? No? Huh. If they had one, I have to imagine they'd use it. Attacks, deal 1 to target creature defending player controls. Yep. It's the card that I said wasn't very good. Okay. It kind of sucks to play my 7th land when I've talked about why I didn't want to do that. Oh, I should have cracked this locket, I think. But this is fine, because I'm going to go ahead and Capture Sphere to tap down their dragon. Combat, attack, get in with my Sphinx. This is a real short clock. They only have 2 more turns to answer this. And Sonic Assault can tap down any potential blockers. They'd have to hit me 4 times with the Cyclops to, like, catch up, which is just not really realistic. Okay, sure. Yep. Draw. I was gonna say, if I draw basically anything, plan here is very simple. Going to attack with this. And my opponent is about to learn why Wojak Bodyguard is not an amazing card. Because they're gonna do something to get to attack here. Let's see what they do. Direct current. Okay, if they kill my Sphinx, that is bad news for me. I will have some trouble. Well, I only need 1 to finish the game if I'm double Sonic Assaulting. Even like a Sprite here would be good enough. Yeah. Okay, so they're going ahead to kill my guy. I guess I'll let this resolve first. See, I can't imagine anything that would change my mind, but definitely don't want either of those. Cool, thanks, Sphinx. Tap this guy. For 2. Target a creature. Discard my other card, tap it, and now the bodyguard can't attack. Draw. Well, okay. Do I leave that? I feel like if I... Ugh. They shoot me for 2. I don't think this is good enough, but they shoot me for 2 down to 14. Then they're attacking for 11. So, like, yeah, that's just not good. I assume they're going to be direct currenting me, and that's how they get in. Because they need to cast a spell to attack with these Cyclopes. Tapping 3 mana. They have double direct current again. I am dead. Because they'll just kill this, and then I've got, like, nothing going on. Oh, please don't kill my guy. I will not attack. Even through a sure strike, I don't die. Oh, that's so brutal. Ugh. God dang it. It's not a direct current, but off of exactly 3 mana, it will kill my Watcher. I don't think I have any outs here. Block, I'm still dead if I do that. Yeah, dead. Dang, that game was so close, and they had exactly the right cards to finish me off. Ugh. Alas. So, again, probably don't have anything that matters. Like, I don't think I have any cards that will work well against what they did that I'm not already playing. Having exactly 4 deal 2 damage effects for my 2 giant flyers after I put them to 1 was... Ugh, that was really brutal. This hand is not amazing. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan it? It has a lot of my best cards, though, and I can kind of lock up the ground early. This might be greedy. If I draw Thieving Sprite or whatever it's called, the 2-mana 1/2, I am going to feel like a genius, but would not be surprised if we just never draw a third land and die. That's how that goes sometimes. Also, it's limited, so our mana's garbage, so we might just draw 4 more islands and never be able to cast any red spells. And of course, we'll draw nothing but red spells the whole game. Oh, man. I love when I talk about something and it just comes true. Hopefully we will draw a mountain and this will scry us into something else excellent. Eh, kinda close. Perfect. Hopefully opponent doesn't do anything good next turn. I would like to just be on the way to winning the game, leaving up Devious Cover-Up. Ooh. Oh, man. And this exiles things, so like if they attempt to direct current, I'm definitely going to hit it with a Devious Cover-Up. Our deck appears to be very good at beating people who are mana screwed. I'm actually going to keep that on top. We would like to hit more land drops for these cards, but if they like play a Cyclops, being able to Disappearance, grow this for 5, crack them for 6 is really attractive. I talked about how we kept the 2 islands and it was really sketchy, and then there's just no justice in the whole wide world, because our opponent was the one who bricked when we cast all our spells perfectly, and also drew the best possible draw. So, sometimes things work out. We'll call it payback after how things worked out that first game. Maybe opponent radically rethinking their strategy after losing to the same 2 cards that they saw last time. Did we play a Thieving Sprite last time? We did mill one with Surveil, so they should have seen it. And they definitely saw the Phantasm. Alright, good opener. Yeah, close enough. Again, would really love to draw a Sprite. You know what? Again, close enough. This will be great in a game like that last one. Just things go real long. Opponent is apparently unhappy about us having our Thoughtbound Phantasm again. I am very happy about it. Hooray for good uncommons. Next turn, just gonna Guild Gate, leave up Unexplained Disappearance. Possibly going to be looking to bounce that. We'll see what they do. This is leaving up... I think I do play this. What I was considering is playing Island, because then we're leaving up both these 2 plus this. So it's very easy for us to make combat go our way, but I really want to have 4 mana next turn, and I think, like, one of these will be good enough. We'll see what happens here. This is a key turn. Probably just take 4 if they attack, honestly. We Dragonauts. That is not particularly scary, I don't think. Now, do I burn this now to just get that off the table and recoup some tempo? Kind of want to. Also, Surveil, get this going. Is our Cyclops good enough? Not really. Just kind of trades with theirs. I don't think I'm really into that. Looking for, like, one of our big flyers or something. Or that. Always in for that. Ugh, I really wish we had some kind of flash thing to do. Leaving up interaction is pretty mediocre. But I really wanted to leave up Guild Mage and start drawing cards, but I think this is better. This is just going to really work out in the long term. We can continue using our tricks to fight through this We Dragonauts, and as soon as we get Thoughtbound Phantasm online, it's going to win the game for us. It's only 2 attacks. It's not that many. It's funny. I stand by what I said, that this is not really a tempo-based Izzet deck, but sometimes you draw all your tempo cards, so... Okay. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and go to combat, attack with my Sprite. If they block, just whatever, I don't need to get in 1 damage, that's fine. I really want this, but we need to find lands. Can I win with just the things I have on the table? Not really. I think I need to opt into bricking on lands for a little longer. But yeah, if they block, I don't need to get in 1 damage. Fine with letting these push. And then I think I'm actually going to play my Muse Drake as another blocker that just keeps the cards moving. Opponent has 1 mana up. Wonder what they're thinking about. Oh, wow. Okay. That's gonna kill my Sprite. I was not playing around in Invert at all. I don't really think I could. I guess I could have sure striked down their Dragonauts. That just really crippled the rest of my turn, though. I didn't like that. This sucks, though, because now we're, it's not gonna block. I've got life to work with. I can fight over blocking when I have spells up. Okay, sure. Yep. Opponent's starting to run out of cards, and none of their creatures are that impressive. Question is, do I, like, Dazzling Lights something to start getting in here? Again, I think I'm gonna wait. I want to be hitting land drops. I can leave up tricks and threaten to draw a card, which seems like what I want to be doing. So, probably opting in to getting hit pretty badly this turn, like if they go off with Wee Dragonauts or something, but... And I do give them a little Surveil, but that's fine, whatever. Like, I guess what I just keep going back to. We have sources of card advantage that our opponent does not, and we have enough life to work with that we can take some damage to leverage those sources of card advantage. So I would rather just wait, let the game go long, and then take over. Yeah, that is totally fine. The cool thing about these little flyers is we're just going to completely trump them before long. Cool. Okay, we're finally going to draw a card off our League Guild Mage. That has not been convenient to do in a while. Okay. So, I'm going to play this Watcher in the Mist, because it doesn't let us attack immediately, really, because we don't want to just trade for a couple of these guys. But I think it is fine, because now we have a 5/5 on defense, we've got our 3/4 flyer going. Is this fine? Nah, I want to look for a 6th land to play the Sphinx. Not going to attack. We're still at a healthy 18. I think our board is better and we have more cards in hand. And again, we have an engine. Our opponent doesn't have anything like that. Now we can afford to start trading resources for time. Like, if my opponent attacks with the Wee Dragonauts, I'll probably block with my Watcher. Because now I'm thinking the only way we lose this game is if we get cheesed by a bunch of spells and just take like 15 off this card. Play this game really conservatively, and I think it's going to work out, but you never know. Like, maybe they have double removal spell here, and we just die with all these expensive cards in our hand, because we get overwhelmed. That happens sometimes, and maybe I was supposed to trade resources more aggressively earlier. Okay, another Cyclops, another Sprite. These things are all thoroughly beatable. Okay, play our 6th land. Do I want to start attacking with the Phantasm now? I think I just want to get the Sphinx down. Like, opponent commit 2 threats to the board, we commit 1, but ours is, like, a lot better. And I just want to be... So, let's say I attack with the Thoughtbound Phantasm, and I have to Sure Strike to blow them out. That's probably a good turn for me, but it makes it really awkward to be casting all these very expensive cards. I want to just start getting these out of my hand, so that I can mess around with League Guildmage and the cheaper stuff later. Oh, like, for instance, if we wanted to double Lava Coil our opponent. I suppose now is a fine time to do that. They've got 2 cards in hand. I don't think they've got a counter. They haven't been playing like they do. Let's go ahead and Lava Coil. I think I want to take out the Dragonauts and one of the Cyclopes. Submit. And then I want to copy Lava Coil, X2, submit. It's so weird that it like auto taps but doesn't spend it. Like I have to click on it, which I guess is cool because then I could back up. But... And this is our reward for playing the game slow. Like, we kept our guild mage on the table, it drew a card, and now is copying our most premium removal spell. Let's see, do I want to attack? I think I will attack with my Sphinx. Start closing the game. We're still leaving up Dazzling Lights, so even, like, block plus Sure Strike doesn't blow us out. Ah, no, they have their own Sonic Assault. This card makes me glad that I prioritized the Wee Dragonauts. That's how we could die. Nah, I'm not going to attack. Next turn I might. Attack with this Thoughtbound Phantasm, have Sure Strike up. Could even copy the Sure Strike just for 1 billion first strike damage. They can't possibly block with enough to deal with that. Okay. They're gonna chip in for some damage here. That's fine, though. Like, these ground creatures just can't attack. And this means, like, Sonic Assault basically meant they could trade a card for 4 damage. 2 of these are gonna get in, and it shot me for 2, which is pretty blah. It does let them surveil twice, so... Okay. I believe they double kept on top there. So, opponent has something good. That's fine, though. Our hand has good cards, so we don't need to draw one. Oh, and we have a counter spell, too? Sick. How conservative do I want to be? Because this creature can start hitting me if I attack with my Phantasm. So I'm kind of okay with just letting Sphinx close the game. Pass, leaving up tricks, removal, and a counter. Seems pretty hard to beat that. Let's see what they got. I have to imagine this is some like removal spell or like a Sphinx of their own or something. Okay, I'm gonna let this resolve. This is not going to end well for the opponent, because they're gonna try to spend their other card to hit this. And the second half is not going to resolve. They are going to spend 2 cards to deal 2 damage to my Watcher. Oh, interesting. They didn't. Wow, okay. Well, I'm just gonna draw a card then. Sweet. Yeah, and this is a sorcery, so it's not like they can block with these and then get me later. Sure, I guess I'll attack. If I get the opportunity this coming turn, I probably won't even draw a card with the Guild Mage. I'll just start commanding the Storm on random creatures to clear them out. We've got so many cards in hand, we can't possibly run out. Do I save my Guild Mage? Nah, I'll let it go. Whatever. We're ahead by so many resources. That is more annoying. I think I'm gonna let that resolve and then command the storm on it. Again, that's our least efficient way of dealing with these things. Our blocks are good, so we don't need to be leaving these up after Sinister Sabotaging, so. Go ahead, go to my turn. Play land. Just gonna attack with the Sphinx. Probably gonna hold Dispersal. Or Discovery Dispersal, because I can do multiple things and I want to leave them all up, and we're just rapidly closing the game with our superior creatures. Yeah, I'm gonna counter that. Graveyard. Yep, an opponent packs it in. Okay. Played that game really slowly. Maybe it's my fault that these matches are going so long, but we gradually eked out advantages and pulled ahead. That'll be all for this draft. I think 3 matches is good enough. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see others like it, I would love it if you could subscribe below. It really helps to grow this channel and make sure other people can see it. That's all for today. Thanks, and bye.